Hello, hello, Capricorn. This is Miss Joan of Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill. We're here to talk about December, which will be a 5-week experience running Saturday to Sunday, going from November 28th all the way to January 1st. So I'm going to go ahead and lay out the overview for you, and then we will add, of course, we will go in depth on the first week, which will, of course, be November 28th to December 4th. All right. Excellent. I am programming these cards for you. And I'm going to pick a pile, have them ready to go. We will immediately step into programming these ones so we can go in depth on the first week. All right. So here we go. So I do private readings. If you're interested in doing a private reading, I will leave the link to my website below. You can check it out. Let's get these ones going on, right? Now these are ready to go for that. We have these ones ready to go for this, and I will get on with putting out the overview. All right, so that'll be 5 rows, 5 columns, 3 rows, right? So the first row is where you are. The second row is what's blocking you. And the third row is going to be your solution. All right. All the cards will face me. It doesn't change the meaning of the card, but it does mean that I don't read them upside down. And let's finish up this last row for your solutions, because solutions are what it's all about, right? That's why we come here. We want to get into a solution. Now we have all these cards laid out, and this is wonderful news. Okay, so Capricorn, let's look at what's going on for the first week, November 28th through January 1st. So we've pulled the Tower, which tells me that things aren't going to go really great this first week of December. Things might not go well at all. You will want to have more than one plan in place so that if A falls through, then B can step in, and if B falls through, you can move on to C. You very well might end up on some other plan entirely, but you've made plans, you're ready to go, you're prepared for things to not go well, and that's what's most important, because if you can stay in that moment, you'll be ready. You'll have your flexibility jacket on, so to speak, right? That's super important because where you're blocked is fighting for your power. So where the next card down is the Knight of Swords. You getting your way isn't really going to go very well. So just sort of stay the course. Maybe tread water a little bit. Maybe don't push so hard, and figure out an amicable solution to both problems, because there will be a celebration at the end. We have the 3 of Cups being the celebration at the end, which tells me that there will, even though things fall apart, they will fall back together also, and things will get going right. And maybe your way isn't always the best way. So just take a deep breath, allow it to be what it turns into. And this is better. So we'll look at that more in depth at the end of this video, and we'll get more information about the Tower. All right, cool. The next week over is going to be December 5th through the 11th, and we have the Queen of Cups, which is talking to me about there's an emotionally based female lady energy in your life that is rearing its ugly head and showing signs of being interested in talking about stuff. Know that that's going to be interesting, and we'll add an element of interesting. the Two of Pentacles is where you're blocked, okay? So keeping your finances balanced this week is going to be a little bit tough. Maybe this person is tapping you for some financial benefit. That happens. And the Moon is you focusing on your dreams and goals. So there's part of you that's a little distracted from whatever this Queen wants. Pay attention to how it is and what's going on, because while there's this emotional pull and keeping your finances balanced is difficult in this moment of now, your goals will be on tap. So you can still work on your goals as part of your solution. It may not help your finances because you might be buying something big. All right, just throwing it out there. We'll get more information and we will look at that more closely. Next week over, being 12th through the 18th, we have the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is talking about you being the boss of your money, right? So there's the boss of your money right here happening. You are paying attention to how your money is working and what it's doing, because of course last week we had a little issue with your money, and we want you to pay attention to what you're doing and how you're doing it. You've always been very good with it, so handle your business, right? The place where you're blocked is the Hermit, and it's well, there's part of you that wants to go inside and just relax and chill and stay away from other people. That's not going to be the better choice. You're going to be pulled out of your little cocoon, and you're going to need to be a part of the rest of the world in this moment. So sort of embrace that opportunity, and it'll be easier for you. There's a lady, as part of your solution, there's going to be somebody else, a lady, feminine energy, who's all about the money. And that person is going to be pulling you out of yourself and getting you into whatever's going on next. So maybe you're getting help with your finances, or helping you figure out how to buy the big thing or do the big thing that you're going to do anyway. All right. So let's keep that in mind as we move forward. All right. So the week of December 19th through the 25th is the Ten of Swords. You are the boss. You are the boss of everything. You're managing your power completely. You are completely empowered. You understand who you are, what's going on, and how every little move you make is having an effect on another person. So this is good. Be a good king. Handle your power carefully so that everybody wins. That's the key to creating good karma. Okay? This is good news. We have in an area where you're blocked, this is the Six of Pentacles, and it's showing me that there's a part of you that wants to help someone financially, but you realize that it won't necessarily help in any way, and it will block you if you do help. Okay? That's awkward and frustrating. And interestingly, we have the Hierophant at the end as your solution, and it talks about stepping into some prayer and some faith and some understanding of whatever that thing is that makes you feel connected to the universe. That thing is telling you that you're on point, and that if you stay in faith, no matter what comes out of wherever you're going, while the other people may be unhappy that you're unable to help them financially, because you will block yourself in the process of helping others. It's important that you stay clear about what this is, and you will feel supported spiritually if you step into that faith space. Okay. The last week of December, being 26th through January 1st, we are looking at the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is telling me that you're going to need to walk away from something that you've cared about quite a lot. It's been supportive in the past and useful to you, but you need to let it go. You need to move on. You need to walk all the way away, so that you can grow and move on to your next thing. So paying attention to that. There's the Five of Pentacles as what's blocking you, which is, of course, more information, reaching out to other people to learn more about how to handle your finances in some way. Some of the information you're getting will not be beneficial to you, and it might block you. So pay attention to how that goes, and be aware of it. Your solution is to stop sharing your ideas. Stop sharing how you intend to use your power to help yourself or anyone else. Whatever you're plotting and planning, you need to keep that to yourself. Don't let it out, because if you do, you'll be giving your power away, and other people will take advantage of that situation, and maybe you will lose the opportunity. So this is a Three of Swords. This is the shh card. Shh, shh. Don't share every little thing that you're doing. All right. All of this will get more information. We're going to go ahead and save these off to one side so that we can get more in depth in subsequent videos. And we will, of course, immediately jump into the first week of this month and see what's coming. All right. So we already programmed these cards to see what's coming, and I'm going to pull more cards for you right now. Let's just see what's going on, Capricorn. Okay, let's look. So we had talked about the Tower and how things might fall apart. But in this, it has two faces. So there's the two faces of the Tower, which are falling apart and falling together. And I'm seeing something that looks more like falling together. Okay? Excellent. You've already gone through things before. Usually means that you've already been struggling for 3 months. That seems to be the course that this card runs through. So let's look at this. We're in a position right now where things are falling together. There's some justice coming into play. There's going to be something that comes into play. Fairness will come back into play for you, which is super cool. And we pulled the Star card also, which is telling me that things are, all the hard work is over. You have done the footwork and the intensity to get to where you're going. So this is a big deal, and that's important, okay? And now we have the Knight of Swords as where you're blocked. Okay, so we were talking about fighting for your power in the situation not being really a good idea. We have the Six of Swords underneath it, which is telling me that you wanted to help other people with your power, and you need to definitely be, there's a Seven of Pentacles, which says you have enough money to help out a little bit, but not a lot. I mean, you're in a position right now where you're the boss of the situation, and how you handle that power is very important to pay attention to, okay? We want you to take care and be cautious in how you handle it so that people aren't getting wounded or beaten or upset in the situation, because that's not the goal. The goal is to make sure that as many people are winning in this situation as possible, even as you're taking care of the business, all right? So there will be a celebration at the end of this, and you will have choices to make. We've got the Three of Cups and the Seven of Cups coming together. You will have choices to make and options on the table for yourself. We also have Chariot, which is part of your solution, and it means you can move. You can move forward, you can move away, you can move wherever you need to move. Whatever you've got planned as a solution for yourself, you can do it, and you can make it happen, and it will be all good for you. This is a very interesting week for you. I look forward to seeing how things go next week. But it's important to stay on point about how you handle your power and your finances in this situation, because there's a lot of financial stuff coming up, and we want you to be all good. Remember, fairness. You want everything to be fair for everybody as much as possible, because that's the best way to use your power. All right, that's a good king. All good. Okay, so we'll talk next about December 5th through the 11th, and thank you. If this resonates with you, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe. We'll get you more information on a regular basis, and presto. Thank you.